what I'm going to find out here when I pull up these charts. So there is someone in particular. I know I want to do this young lady's chart because she reached out to me the other day and said, hey, you told me I was going to be in a relationship. And now I am. I seem to remember something from the original reading. Can you find that for me so I can hear what you said again? So you know what? First of all, I know Katrina Brittingham, that I have your reading on YouTube. So I will make sure you get that link to that, Katrina. But the one thing I'm trying to find her chart as I talk here, is that I'm going to do an update for you today. So let's see what we can find out. Here we go. I just found it. Okay. So Katrina Brittingham, you are first up on, well, I'm trying to think of what I'm going to call these. The other ones I called Christmas Eve secret readings. These, I think I'm just going to call these 2020, bring them in. I don't know. Bring in the New Year's 2020 readings. There we go. 2020 New Year's readings. So let's go ahead and take a look at this for Miss Katrina Brittingham. Let's see what it says. And I don't know if you guys can, if you've noticed, but I am just a wee bit laid back in all that I'm doing at this time. And I really don't understand it, really. I just know that, laid back. So I'm going to pull up Katrina's chart. Please bear with me while I get everything together here. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to make sure that you guys can see what I see. Let's see what is seen when we look at the chart for Katrina Brittingham. Wait a minute, before I do that, I got to make sure I got on good lipstick, because I almost forgot. It's early in the morning. I should have been asleep hours ago. I came to do this at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And somehow, some way, with my ADHD, it's taken to 3 in the morning. It's just the way it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this here. So this is the horoscope chart for Katrina Brittingham. Katrina Brittingham. Katrina Brittingham. Katrina has a lot going on in her chart, doesn't she? There is a lot going on here. You know what's amazing is I think I had mentioned to her that I saw that the potential for her to get into a relationship. And I was really intrigued when I found out that she's saying that there's a possibility of this relationship. And the interesting thing is that, I don't know if you noticed here, but she just had like a Juno return, or Juno just went over her natal Juno. It's at 8 degrees now, but it's in the 5th house. And I think when I did a reading before, I mentioned that, hey, you're going to have this particular thing happening, and it's going to affect you because, as you can see, the 5 degrees of Juno is trine the 5 degrees of the North Node that was in her first house at birth. It's in Libra. And then she also has, there's a couple of 5 degrees in her chart, because here's another one in Chiron at 5 degrees. This looks like this is in Taurus, though. I believe. Let me just make sure. It's in Aries. Chiron's in Aries at 1 degree. So, now is that is actually the transit. Sorry about that. The natal's at 5 degrees of Taurus. So again, another 5 degrees. That is actually a square, though, from the 8th house to the 1st house. So there are some things that have been going on in her chart. So I thought it was really cute when she messaged me, because as you can see, she also has some issues here, also in Gemini. So lots of air, right? And her Venus is in Gemini. So I was expecting, with her progressed sun being in Gemini, for something good to happen, and it looks like it has. I think what's amazing, though, is her progressed sun is almost on her midheaven. I think overall things are going to be perking up for Katrina. I really do, Katrina. I think a lot is going to be perking up for you in general. It's because the North Node is in your 10th house. The progressed sun is on its way to your midheaven and 10th house. It's actually conjuncted already. You got Venus in the 10th, but it's almost in the 11th. And I think I talked to you before about your hopes and dreams and wishes. With the moon, the progressed moon and the progressed ascendant pretty much conjunct in the 11th house of hopes, dreams, and wishes, I can see you getting a lot of your hopes, dreams, and wishes met. And so this is a really good thing. The things that you most desire, the things that make you feel secure on the inside, you're working on getting those needs met right now. And that's a great thing. There could be a little bit of confusion still at work with Neptune still sitting inside of the 6th house. I would say this: Neptune is very close to the descendant. So I just want to make sure that, you're seeing everything, that you're not, especially if you met this guy at work. Okay. So I don't want any kind of deception occurring. Just be aware of that something like that could occur. But look at this North Node. North Node is transiting in Cancer. It's in your 10th house. It is your image, your reputation, your aspirations in a way, and it is on its way to your Jupiter, which is in your 10th house. This is extreme luck. Extreme luck is coming your way, Katrina. And it's beautiful. It really is. So I hope you take advantage of that, because this 2 degrees of Cancer, Jupiter is a very powerful Jupiter. It's in your 10th house. And, Cancer is opposite. Normally the 10th house has got Capricorn. So the fact that this is occurring is, it's a major transit for you. Also, I can't just ignore the fact that transiting Jupiter is down at the bottom of the chart, pretty much opposing your natal Jupiter. It's in your 4th house. So, there is almost like a pull between your career and your home, your private and your public life. There might be an issue between your private and public life, over the next couple of months. I think especially when the sun gets inside of the 10th house, which it's on its way there to progress sun. So, you've got a few years before you really feel that. But then you're really going to feel that pull between the public life and the private life. Good thing is you got the ascendant in the 2nd house right now. This is not only good for the money that you are able to bring in and earn and the things that you can amass for yourself, but I also think it just shows that you're very caring and giving in love. I think anyone who has their ascendant in Libra would be love and partnership oriented. So it's no mistake that you might be moving into a relationship at this time. Just realize that Chiron is in the 7th house. It is healing some of the wounds that you have in regards to partnerships, but it can also bring out the wounds or the pains of those partnerships. So please be aware of that as you go through this transition. And, also I see Uranus happening up in the 8th house. So there could be a little bit of just a little out of the blue surprise when it comes to other people paying you money or money that's due to you, or even, I would hate to say, intimacy with your, when it comes to that. We might have to have another reading together. Child, Lord have mercy. Anyway, Katrina, this has been my take for 2020, child, with, the emphasis of the North Node about to hit your Jupiter. Gosh. I'm thinking, wow, like January, February. I mean, it's going to happen soon. So stay on top of that. I mean, it's a major thing to have the North Node conjunct your natal Jupiter. I just want you to know that. Okay. All right. Well, much love and light to you. And reach out to me if you need more information, because that's the information you get for free. Okay. So just smarty pants. Much love and light to you, Katrina. Astrology, a look inside, featuring Capricorntigress, Western Intuitive Astrologer. Astrology, a look inside.